One of the most powerful principles that I teach in my Badass Millionaire World Building program is a concept I call half-day discipline. And half-day discipline is a secret principle that I've used in my own personal and business life for the last 18 years to literally transform my life from ordinary and average, living a life of quiet desperation to a life of freedom, autonomy, control, and lots of fun. Basically going from, living a life where I didn't have those things to a life of living life on my own terms, doing business on my own terms. And that's what being a badass millionaire is all about. It's all about designing your business around your life, not your life around your business like 99% do. And it's about finally living life and doing business on your own terms. If we don't accomplish that goal, what's the point? We need to build our world with our rules and our terms, or else what's the point? So my principle that I teach my world builders at a very advanced level that I believe has as much positive impact as anything is half-day discipline. And I've studied human psychology and human behavior for many decades. And the one thing that I've learned that struck me is that our willpower and our discipline, weaken as the day grows longer. And this makes sense because during the day we wake up what I call our magic time. Our magic time for me personally is the first 3 to 4 hours of the day. That's when I'm at my very best. I'm not even a morning person, but that's when I'm at my very best. Mentally, that's when I do my writing, my copywriting, my marketing. That's when I do my reading and my serious study. That's when I do my walking here, which really kickstarts my magic time. It wakes me up and it clears the fog and it gets my heart and lungs going, and I drink lots of water, start my day with lemon water, and really just get my body moving and get out in the sunshine and some fresh air. Sunshine eventually once the sun comes up. So half-day discipline to me is you own those first 3 to 4 hours of the day are the difference between winning and losing in life and business. And as the day goes on, as the day progresses, we naturally lose our discipline and willpower. So basically the concept is you need to get the important done every single day, first thing. And embracing this principle of half-day discipline changed my life completely 18 years ago. And I term it owning your own morning. You need to own your morning. And what I highly recommend for my badass Brotherhood men is that you start by owning the first hour of your day. The first hour of the day belongs to you, period. And to make this happen in a lot of cases, I'm going to say, Michael, I don't have an extra hour. Well, go to bed earlier at the same time every night and get up half an hour earlier. Start getting up 30 minutes earlier, minimum. And what I did is I started going to bed, this is years ago, instead of sitting up and watching TV and playing on my laptop and all this other nonsense, I started going to bed at 10 p.m. Lights out 10 p.m. And this allowed me to get up an hour earlier, which at the time was 6 a.m. Good morning. And that allowed me to get up an hour earlier so that I could own the first hour of my day. I could tackle my number one priority, whatever it was that day, whatever was my number one priority, my mission. I would get up that 60 minutes earlier and I would work exclusively on that one thing. It's whatever was most important that day, not urgent, most important. And for the most part, it was always marketing, creating a website or working on a newsletter or a sales letter or getting ready to send an email or working on an advertisement, something that would bring me money. So I started, you know, all those years ago by that concept in my mind, the first hour of the day automatically belongs to me. And I made it happen by going to bed an hour earlier and getting up at the same time every day. I've kept that routine 7 days a week for 18 years. If Krista and I are out late at a social event, I still get up at 6 o'clock and I just have a nap later in the day. But I get up at the same time every single day and I go to bed at the same time every night. I'm very, very regimented when it comes to getting sleep. I need 8 hours sleep. So I'm very, very strict with the 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. rising. And like I said, if we're up late, that things happen in life, then I just have a nap the next day. So that's how I own my first hour of the day. I can't recommend anything above this, where you need to own the first hour of the day belongs to you. And it belongs to your number one priority. It belongs to your personal mission. It belongs to your number one goal. And if you get up 7 days a week, you know, 30 days a month, and you get up and for the first hour, if you do nothing else but your number one priority, your number one goal, you work on that mission every morning for 30 minutes to an hour, it will change your business and it will change your entire life. Half-day discipline is that powerful. And I don't want to be disciplined. You know, I don't want to be the world's most disciplined man. I don't want to be, you know, structured all day. I don't want to have a life of, you know, Elon Musk's 5-minute increments. I don't want that. I want a life where I get up early. You know, I love the mornings now. Boom, boom, boom. I get my 2 or 3 priorities done. And then the rest of the day, you know, I can handle the chaos of a business day. And then my goal now has always been to be done work at 3 o'clock. So I'm done work every day at 3. And I go pick up our daughter Emery at school. That's my routine from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. At 3 p.m., it's everything shut off. There's no more work. There's no more technology. And I go home I pick up Emery at school. And sometimes we go to an activity. She might have a chess lesson, or we might have to go to the riding stable. We might have to go to the tennis courts. We might have to go to the arena to play some hockey, whatever it is. And then we've always had the same, for the 15 years that Krista and I have been together, and especially the last 10, since we've been parents, we have family dinner at the dinner table every single night, 7 days a week, basically. At 6 o'clock we eat. And of course, there's no technology, no phones, no pads, none of that stuff. And we just eat dinner as a family. And that's one of the things I really look forward to. And that needs to be one of your goals for owning the first hour of your day, for half-day discipline. That you get home by 5:30, 6 o'clock at the latest every single night. And you enjoy dinner with the people that matter most to you. Your wife, your children, and basically you just you know, you shut off all that stuff and you enjoy a meal and time together, and you're fully present. None of this BS technology at the table. That's for chumps. You know, no deals worth talking about are done at a kitchen table. And Anybody who's that needy that if you've got to sit there and be on a cell phone at a kitchen table on a Tuesday night, that just shows lack of discipline. That just shows lack of deep thinking. That just shows lack of time management. And the neediness seeps out, and neediness repels money, repels wealth, repels opportunity. So you're actually working against yourself when you don't shut that stuff off for the day. So half-day discipline has been a game changer for me. And through the years, I've changed it. Like, I used to get up at 6 a.m. when I was in the insurance business, and I would write for the first hour of the day. I would literally get out of bed, splash some water on my face, and brush my teeth, and I would sit down at my computer and I would write. And when I say write, I would be doing something to bring me money. I would be doing something that had to do with marketing, copywriting. And it would be whatever the priority was that day. It would be, okay, I'm gonna write an email, I'm gonna send to my list. Okay, I'm working on my newsletter. I'm designing a website, anything like that. Good morning. Anything like that is what copywriting was part of. So I would do that for the first hour. And in those days, that was my number one priority because I had to go to the office and work a regular day. So how did I get my most important thing done? I got my most important thing done by getting to bed earlier, getting up earlier, and getting that hour in of marketing and copywriting. And then the rest of the day, I could manage the chaos and knowing that I had accomplished that number one thing. And I did that 7 days a week. No matter what, I got up and I wrote. As you can see today, I've switched it around because I drive my daughter Emery to school, which is a priority for me, to and from. So now that I'm in the consulting business and the barbershop business and the raising children business, is I get up and I walk, and I sometimes shoot a video as I walk, and I walk 4 miles. So I get up, my shoes and my t-shirt and my hat and my 25-pound rucking vest my military rucking vest that I'm wearing. I drink 2 glasses of water, and I have all my stuff beside my bed, so it's boom, boom, boom. I say my prayers as soon as I get up. I splash some water on my face, brush my teeth, throw on a t-shirt and shorts, throw on my shoes and rucking vest. I go and say good morning to Emery, who's already up, of course. She's a McLean, she's an early bird. And I head out the door, and sometimes I take you with me on these mini adventures. So it takes me an hour to walk the 4 miles, 2 miles out, 2 miles back, 10,000 to 15,000 steps. And that's something that is number one priority. And the reason I'm doing it first is because I have to drive Emery to school. And I've tested this. I've tested my half-day discipline, and I found out that if I don't do this first, it doesn't get done. So I do it first. Then when I take Emery to school, when I return from that, I have my morning coffee. I sit down and I write for 1 hour. I do my marketing for a minimum 1 hour. I set the timer. I have a start time and end time. I sit down in solitude and I write. That's it. I work on one thing. Whatever it is, marketing-wise, I work on it. After that, I take a short break and, go outside in the sunshine, maybe call a friend, whatever, talk to Krista. And then the third thing that I do, which is the final part of owning my morning, my half-day discipline, is I study. Not read, I study. I take physical books, whatever I'm reading, newsletters, whatever it is I'm doing to grow, and I read for an hour. Pen, paper, highlighter, green Sharpie for abundance, all that stuff. And I sit literally here out by the pool. At home, I sit on the boat or on the dock and with my glass of water. And actually, I'm drinking my protein shake that Krista makes by then. So I've had my lemon water, I've had a cup of coffee, And now I'm breaking my fast from the night before. I don't eat after 7 p.m. And around 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11, I have my protein shake that Krista makes for me every day. I don't have breakfast first thing. So that works for me. And I study, I literally read for an hour, taking notes and just, you know, working mentally. And I time these things. I use an old timer. I'm just like, okay, I set the time for 60 minutes, boom. I sit down, no cell phone, no technology, none of that stuff. And I sit down and I read. So that's what owning my morning looks like for me. That's what half-day discipline looks like for me. And like I said, I don't think there's a principle that has had a bigger impact in my life than that. And I'll leave you with one really advanced thought. And this is the level a lot of my world builders have worked to get to, is they start it by owning the first 30 minutes of their day. They got up 30 minutes earlier and they worked on their number one priority. Then they started getting up and working for 60 minutes on their number one priority. Then they started owning the first 2 hours of their day. The first 2 hours of the day were dedicated for the first 2 top activities, whatever they are. Usually it's, you know, marketing and exercise, training. Badass millionaires don't exercise, they train. They train. And then when you get to the point where you own the first 3 to 4 hours of your day, that's where you're part of the point. I tell them 0.001%. You're literally a man on the moon. You're literally a guy from another planet. And you see it in your marriage, you see it in your business, you see it in your financials, you see it as a father, you see it as a leader. It's just next level when you own those first 3 to 4 hours. And it took me a while to get to that level, but now I own the first 4 hours of my day. I don't do anything. I don't check email. I don't check my cell phone. I don't even turn my phone on. I do not turn my phone on. I do not check email until at least 12 noon. So I own my entire morning. Now, it took me years to get to this level, but the power of owning the first 30 minutes, the first 60 minutes, and then working your way from there, the power of half-day discipline is insane. And then, you know what? After 3 or 4 hours, my willpower is fading, and I don't care. I'm like, I sit down, I have a good lunch with my wife, Krista, out by the pool, and then sometimes I'll take a 20-minute nap after lunch to reload. I've been doing a lot mentally. That 20 minutes refreshes me and restarts me. And then I'll do some light work. I'll return some calls. I'll check my email. I'll check my phone maybe. Check in with Mark Andre, my business partner, and Leanne, my badass bitch in charge. And by that time, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock. I pack it up, I shut it off, and I hop in the vehicle and I drive and I listen to some music. I listen to some Guns N' Roses, some Metallica, some Stones, some Kenny Chesney, some Willie, anything like that, and go pick up my daughter. And then after that, it's complete 100% present family time, where I just, you know, I have good discipline, so my phone is shut off to the next day. I'm not, you know, pretending to be there. I'm there with both feet. We go swimming, we play tennis, whatever it is, and then we have our sit-down dinner. And after dinner, you know, like last night, we all went for a bike ride. I went for a walk, and Krista went for a bike ride with Emery. And by 7:30, 8 o'clock, it's time for bedtime and reading time. And once again, Krista and I alternate, you know, 100% present. And then when we're done, we sometimes watch a recorded show. Could be a documentary, could be a TV show, whatever. And then we shut that off and we sit, usually in the living room or by the fire, sometimes on the end of the dock, sometimes out by the pool. And we just talk about our day and we just decompress. You know, no electronics, no blue light. And then we get ready for bed and we do our gratitude ritual, which we've been doing for over a year now. And that's a game changer where just before bed, so just before we turn the lights out, we're lying in bed. I ask Krista what she's grateful for that day. What is she thankful for? And she'll say 3, 4, 5 things that she's grateful for. Small things, big things. And then it's my turn. What am I grateful for today? What am I thankful for? And I'll say 3 or 4 things. And that's how we end our day before we go to sleep for 8 hours. That's what we're putting in our mind, gratitude. So that's something very powerful that you can do with your secret weapon, your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, is that gratitude ritual. It takes like literally 10 minutes, and it's the most phenomenal way to end your day. And the fact that then your subconscious for the next 8 hours is working on gratitude, not scarcity, abundance and gratitude. It's basically running that movie in your mind for 8 hours that yes, we live in the greatest country in the world. We live in the greatest time to ever be alive. Yes, 2022. I don't know where you get your information, but time to screw it on right. We are awash in opportunity. We are awash in abundance. There is money flowing everywhere. There is opportunity at each and every door. You just know how to knock and how to think and how to ask. You need to do things exactly the opposite of everybody else. And just counting your blessings before bed is a big, big thing with this. You know, looking around and saying, I'm already a fortunate man. I'm already a very lucky person. I already have an incredible wife and children and grandchildren and a world and a business. And just emphasizing that for yourself before you go to bed. So that's it. Half-day discipline changed my life. It can certainly change yours. Start with 30 minutes, 7 days a week. Go to bed half an hour earlier. Get up half an hour earlier before everybody else and work. That's your magic time, and work on your deep work. And your deep work for 30 minutes is your number one priority. It's not for paperwork. It's not for texting. It's not for emailing. It's not somebody else's fucking agenda. The first 30 minutes to an hour are for you. The first hour of the day belongs to you. So claim it. Claim it. Be a badass and claim it. And then after you get into that discipline for 7 days a week, see if you can keep pushing the envelope, okay? Now I want to own the first hour of the day, okay? Now I want to own the first 90 minutes of the day. I want to now own the first 2 hours of the day. I want to own the first 3 hours of the day. And as you scale this, you will see your entire life and business change, and you will see yourself transform your world, and you will start seeing yourself finally living and doing business on your own terms. I just handed you the insider secret for doing that. Half-day discipline. Own the morning, control the chaos, and focus on what matters most in the evenings. I'm gonna say that one more time. Own your mornings. After that, control the chaos of the day, which is your afternoons. And thirdly, the evenings from 6 o'clock on are dedicated 100% to the people that matter most in your life. Own the mornings, control the chaos, and dedicate your time in the evenings for those who matter most to you. That's it. Michael McLean, NoBullBook.com. If you do not have a copy of my new non-best-selling book, How to Not Get Your Ass Kicked in Business and in Life, you can remedy that horrible mistake at NoBullBook.com. My book is a physical book. I don't do the pretend guru, pretend expert stuff where I make you go fetch a ebook or a PDF. I write and sell real books. So my door stopper here is a classic for you, and that's $20. $20. So same as your sugar coffees. or your technology. And you can get a copy of the book. I got some nice free bonuses with it as well you'll love. You do that at Noble Book. The link's below. I did a web training, and it's worldbuildingwebinar.com. worldbuildingwebinar.com. It's below as well. It's a free training. It's my 10 insider secrets for building your own badass world. So that's a training that you can get for free. I just did it a few weeks ago, and you can study that training at the link below, and it's worldbuildingwebinar.com. And finally, if you really want to go to town and you want to take your life and your business to a totally new level, your marriage, your marketing, your business, your relationship with your children, your physical and mental health, you want to be a hero in your own home, then sign up for my next World Building Brotherhood Coaching Society. It's an 8-week coaching program. I'm in the knee deep in it right now, and I'll be reopening it for people, for men only, men 40 plus, married with children, already doing well, but maybe struggling in one or two areas. And I will be starting that again, probably in May or June, early this summer. If you want to be on a waiting list, go to badassmillionaire.com/apply and fill out the 6 or 7 questions there. A 9-year-old can do it, because Emery actually built the site and she's 9. So that's it. The 3 links are below, and I'll leave that up to you. I don't care whether you buy the book, and I really don't care whether you watch the webinar training, and I don't really care whether you sign up for the waiting list. It's totally up to you, and it won't change my life one way or the other. I've worked hard to be in a safe harbor position. I do what I want, when I want, and I live life on my own terms, and I have for the last 18 years. And a lot of it has to do, men, with half-day discipline, getting up an hour early and working on my #1 priority 7 days a week. So that's it. Here endeth the lesson. If you like my messages, my daily videos, I do this every day. Crazy or not crazy, I've been doing this since before Christmas, 7 days a week, haven't missed a day. And if you like these videos, basically it's me walking with a 25-pound rucking vest on, usually in the morning, sometimes whatever. And if you like these videos on my broken iPhone 7, and they're uncut, they're unedited, I don't do takes, I don't even take notes, I just get up, splash some water on my face and walk. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about today until I was brushing my teeth. And then I was said, okay, well, last things first, this is what I'm going to talk about. Or short story long, that's my other thing. I can make a short story long. And so if you like that, please subscribe to my channel below. I learned a few days ago that it's called a channel, YouTube channel, and you'll get these videos every day. And I appreciate any comments or likes, but I don't care if you like it or comment it. It doesn't matter to me. So these videos are uncut, unedited, uncensored, and sometimes politically incorrect. But it's just you and me going for a walk, honestly. There's no, I don't have any studio or anything like that. I'm holding this broken phone. It's really helped my right arm. My right arm is getting much stronger and bigger than my left arm because I've been holding this phone for something like 150 days straight, which is what I have to do. So that's it for me. Remember, there's 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that helped me start executing half-day discipline that changed my life, getting up early and working on my #1 priority. 2 words that changed my life and 2 words that can change yours. Be relentless.